In this show, you can join in the action from home. Download the Poker Play Along app from your app provider. The status of legend is reserved for a select few. Ronaldo is shooting for his first tournament cash. Daniel Negreanu is aiming for his 13th major title. Two legends, two different goals. The Atlantis Resort in the Bahamas is an annual retreat to invigorate the senses and bankrolls of poker players from around the globe. And nothing is more stimulating than Bubble Day at the PokerStars.com PCA main event. We're down to 175 of the 816 players who entered this $10,000 tournament, but only 119 of them will earn a share of the $7.9 million prize pool. Last time, Chris Moneymaker battled Sean Deeb at the feature table.
You played enough for me to know I'm not going to fold to you.
It's going to be a fun day now.
But both of them fell before the end of play. Our online qualifier, Laura Garzon, continued her amazing run after winning her seat in a free roll.
Pues la verdad, la experiencia más gratificante que tuve aquí en el PCA fue conocerlos a ellos, no la cambiaría por nada.
And Ronaldo finished day 2 with an above-average stack, moving one step closer to earning his first ever cash. Day 3 is about huge names and a huge bubble.
One of those huge names is Daniel Negreanu. He's on our main stage, and he's got over $30 million in lifetime earnings going for him, which is nice.
And at the secondary feature table is Ronaldo. Now, he may be the greatest Brazilian footballer of his generation, but he has never cashed in a major poker tournament.
I guess you could say it's his goal to outlast the next 56 players, and if he does, then he'll score $17,800. You know what? I'm just gonna give myself a red card on that one. I'm gonna leave the field.
It's a pitch. Brazilian Hall of Famer Ronaldo retired from football in 2011, but the phenomenon has channeled his competitive nature towards a new game.
Foi muito triste quando tomei a decisão de deixar o futebol, porque ajudou muito também a superar essa decisão difícil e inevitável que eu tive. E ali eu peguei gosto e de lá para cá eu sempre joguei.
A veteran of tournament poker is Daniel Negreanu.
Well, in 2014, I did turn 40 years old, which made me eligible for the World Series of Poker Hall of Fame, and I was inducted on my first ballot. I've had more and more fun every year I've come to the PCA. It's really become like a feather in your cap if you're to win one.
The Poker Pro and the Tournament Novice will both need to be on their game to make it into the money at the first main event of 2015. Welcome to Bubble Day. 56 players to lose, and then it'll all be smiles and high fives.
And Ronaldo's already smiley. Bet that smile fades when those guys follow him to bed. Read your contract. Do you think Andre Akari is really good friends with Ronaldo, or he just pretends to be like I do with Daniel? Hey, Daniel, sorry I didn't make it to dinner last night. I tried to DM you, but apparently you don't follow me. It's probably just an oversight. I'll wait for you outside.
Elke is the last remaining former PCA champ in the field, but he's not the only member of Team Pro.
Morning.
Morning. Those aren't your chips, Chase.
Terrible. I have to look at her face again all day. Hopefully all day.
Cry me a river.
Hello.
Hello.
While Daniel Negreanu's tablemates on the main stage include Alex Miller from Team Online, former EPT finalist Pratish Badiga, and Brazilian ace Tony Baggio.
Tony Baggio doesn't sit at the table sits at him.
And apps at the ready. Stand by for your first play along a poker opportunity. Blinds at 1200, 2400 with a 300 ante.
So who's been doing really, really good? Heads up now.
Doug.
Doug Polk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Daniel Cates.
Daniel Jungle Man. I always run good against him.
Really?
Because he tries to bluff, right? And I don't ever fold, but he doesn't care. He just keeps trying. He threw bet. Okay, call. What do you got?
I'll bear that in mind if we play a hand later.
Well, you know me. I don't like folding. It's boring.
Yeah.
You don't get to see what they have. You don't get to sleep as well.
If calling was on a dating app, Daniel would swipe right on it.
Action on Alex Vanovsky from the UK. He folds under the gun. Round to Pritish Badiga. He passes. Alex Miller, known as Canu7 online. He's out. Corey Hockman from the USA. Has King 9 off.
Hochman in late position.
Looks like he's raising from the cutoff. 4,800. Matthew Velocevic on the button has junk.
What do you want? How much? 48? Okay, I'll pay it. Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Daniel calls with ace-queen. Tony Baggio folds the big blind, heads up to the flop.
Daniel, not a big three-better.
Top pair for Negreanu.
Check to you.
Not much for Hockman.
Action's on you, Emperor Palpatine.
He checks behind.
Everything is proceeding as I have foreseen.
That's a blank.
I'll go for 8,000. Yeah, raise to 8,000. You said raise. I would have, though. If he bet 3,000, I would have made it 8. What? I got good cards.
If I say what your cards are and I'm correct, I'm gonna fold either way. But
Will I show you?
Yeah,
100%.
Okay, I'm gonna guess that you have ace queen. If it's not, you can fold it. If it's not,
This
you can
guy's
fold
good. There you go. Bravo. Did you fold ace 10?
No, I didn't have an ace.
Would you? Would you have folded ace 10?
I don't know.
Or you do like I do. Go, you have ace queen. Call. Can't beat it.
Use the force, buddy.
Nice read, bud.
Thanks, bro.
I gotta shut up against you, I guess. You just got me figured out.
That was pretty impressive. His deflector shield was quite operational.
Out into the field where our online qualifier is hoping to survive the bubble. She's just been raised on the flop by Scott Baumstein. She calls the raise.
The Qualifuego.
The board is now paired with 3 diamonds out there. Baumstein set to fire again. 17K.
Somebody set us up the bomb, Steen.
Laura shoves.
All in. Oh.
And Scott calls.
That was fast.
He's got aces. She's got King 9.
That is unfortunate.
No, the diamond's no good.
Not the time you want to make your flush. If Laura's the qualifier, that makes Scott Baumstein the quali reign. And I don't believe James Taylor has seen either one.
Laura down to 32,600. Well, there have been a few early eliminations here on day 3. EPT 8 Copenhagen winner Mickey Peterson is out.
Hey, Mickey, you not so fine.
As is Leo Margetts from Team Pro.
Bye, good luck.
So 168 remain. We are fewer than 50 players from the money. Daniel Negreanu is among the notable names still in. He continues to play a big stack. Ronaldo has dropped below the tournament average, and he's in action at the secondary feature table, where he's limped with aces in early position. Bernardo Coelho from Portugal has ace-7 in the cutoff. That's a call.
Too bad it's not Paul Coelho, the novelist, because he's going to need the alchemist to crack aces.
Round to Diego Gomez in the small blind. He folds. And John Patgorski checks his option in the big blind with pocket 4s.
No reason to get cute and play a huge pot there. Just take the free flop.
Well, Ronaldo is a big favorite here, but Patgorski has flopped a straight draw.
Yeah, he's got a couple of more outs now to crack the phenomenon's aces.
6,000.
Ronaldo bets more than half pot.
And he looks pretty happy with himself.
Coelho folds.
One call.
Pat Gorski is in, heads up to the turn. Ronaldo now an 86% favorite.
One checks.
And I think this goes check, bet, call again.
12.
There's the bet from Ronaldo.
And it would be silly for Pat Gorski to fold. Just silly. Sometimes he'd have the best hand.
Sure enough, he calls, and we go to the river. And Pat Gorski gets there! He's rivered a set!
Uh-oh, Ronaldo, oh.
C1 bets 15,000.
Pat Gorski leads out for 15k. Can Ronaldo get away from this?
This looks pretty strong to me, but sometimes it'd be a bluff since Ronaldo's not really supposed to have a 5 or a very strong hand here after limping from early position. But depending on what kind of player Pat Gorski is, I think this is a fold a lot.
Raise. 30,000.
Oh no, he's raised!
Wow, this is amazing. Ronaldo thinks he's value raising. But this could work out for him as a bluff.
Yeah, right. 30k for Pat Gorski to call.
All right, nice hand, man.
What?
Are you serial?
He's folded. How does he lay that down?
There is a 4-card straight out there.
Thanks.
So Ronaldo gets away with one there as the bubble approaches. Well, you could be playing in the next PCA. Qualify now at PokerStars.com. Don't forget you can join in the action from home. Make sure you download the Poker Play Along app.
Should we do the dolphin experience?
I don't know. Dolphins in captivity. I'm not really sure I agree with that. Oh. Plus, I did the last 2 years, and it's really expensive.
Brazilian superstar Ronaldo is making his main event debut here at the PokerStars.com PCA. Since his retirement from football, Ronaldo has been steadily improving his poker skills and is now close to cashing in his first ever live event.
Tenho jogado cada vez mais poker porque eu sinto realmente aquela adrenalina, aquele espírito de competição.
What's really cool about Ronaldo is he's a poker fan. It's great to see that after his career, that competitive spirit hasn't been lost. For a lot of people, Ronaldo is their absolute hero.
Nice to meet you, man. Take care. Good luck.
It's great to see sports stars and poker stars kind of coming together.
Poker tem muita estratégia, assim como o futebol, e muita prática. Eu busco sempre melhorar a minha maneira de ser e, inclusive, de jogar.
Well, Ronaldo is in action here. He is raised under the gun with ace-queen suited, and he's been called by Spencer Cassette with pocket eights. It's now on Bernardo Coelho, who's got ace-king.
It'll raise.
No kidding.
He doesn't want to take this flop multi-way.
It's a 3-bet to 18,000.
7 folds, 8 folds, 1 fold.
Folded around to the big blind. He's out. It's back on Ronaldo.
Não precisa não. What is that?
18,000.
18. Oi, oi, oi.
Ronaldo is dominated here.
That might be a tell. Even though we know he's dominated, and even though he's out of position, I think calling is fine.
Call.
He does call.
Plus, it's more fun.
18.
Cassette folds, so we're going heads up to the flop.
Nice re-raise, Coelho. You got the guy with the most equity against you to fold.
Oh, Ronaldo outflops Coelho.
Goal.
all in.
Wow.
Come on.
This is a shove for 56 big blinds effective.
I guess this is Ronaldo's poker version of the Elastico.
Ai, Ronaldo. Gotta fold this. Fold.
Well, Ronaldo wins the pot.
Why all the agonizing, Brosh? Just fold the next time call when you can beat top pair. Oh, Ronaldo, I love him. He's the cutest.
He is one of 140 players remaining in the PCA main event. 119 get paid. While Sergio Garcia was knocked out of the main event yesterday, he's coming over to chat with Ronaldo. They will both be appearing in Season 2 of Shark Cage.
Are all celebrities automatically friends? Is there like a master phone list?
Meanwhile, our online qualifier, Laura Garzon, is all in and at risk against Dmitry Ivanov. He tables King-Queen.
And gives the qualifier a hard time. I will come down there.
So Laura gets it in ahead.
Nearly a flip, though.
And Ivanov hits his king on the flop.
Very disappointing flop for the qualifier.
Laura needs an ace on the river. It's a jack. So Laura Garzon, our online qualifier, is eliminated short of the money at the PCA main event.
Good news is she was free rolling, still gets to stay here and party in the Bahamas for the next few days.
While another qualifier is just busted, Jeffrey Michaels KO'd by Hugh Drummond.
Thanks, guys. Good luck to you, eh?
No! What is happening to all the qualifiers? I need a qualifier now!
Okay, we'll go with Elizabeth Bennett Martin.
Okay!
She's cashed in the PCA before, back in 2009. Her best live result to date. But she's got a tough table draw here on Bubble Day. On her direct left is Ola Shemian and Buzz the Balloon.
Those two have so much swag, they belong on the front cover of a swagazine.
Shemian has got a top 10 stack. These are the current chip leaders, with 137 players remaining, 17 away from the bubble. Juan Martin Pastor from Argentina dominates right now, with a stack of close to 600,000. He is nearly 200 big blinds deep.
Now, my Spanish is a little rusty, but I'm pretty sure that he has 590K.
Get this man a job on Eurovision. Sadly, the last remaining former PCA champ is now a shorty.
Mr. PCA is starting to look like Mr. PTSD.
Sham Srinivasan, who finished 6th last year, is faring slightly better.
He's got some chirping chips, always a good sign.
But Jonathan Roy, who finaled this event in 2013, is in the danger zone.
Zone de danger.
Back to the main feature table. Action on Daniel Negreanu.
68.
He's raising from under the gun with King-Jack offsuit. Tony Baggio.
Tony Baggio is going to let you get away with this once, but only once.
Round to Alex Miller on the button.
What's so funny, you two, huh? Care to share?
Queen 5 suited goes in the muck. Pocket threes for Corey Hockman.
The alliance will die, as will your friends. Lightning bolts from fingers.
How much?
68.
You will never return from the dark side.
Call.
Yes.
Hockman's in. 7s for Velocevic.
Call.
He's in as well. 3-way to the flop.
Daniel racing against these two, which gives him 40% of the equity 3-ways.
Well, the flop is King 8-7, top pair for D-Negs, a set of 7s for Velocevic.
Velociraptor attack.
Daniel continues for 11,000.
This could end very poorly for Daniel. Palpatine should get away.
Sure enough.
Velocevic could check raise, but this board's very dry.
He just calls. 9 on the turn.
I was actually going to say it's hard for a bad card to come off the kill mat's action, but that's one of them.
Oh, check's fine.
Action goes check, check. And a deuce on the river.
Daniel could have bet turn, but there aren't a ton of worse hands he could get called by.
Milosevic going for value. $17.5.
Didn't like the turn card.
Daniel calls.
It was the flop card that did him.
Okay, the turn card helped me.
It's entirely possible Milosevic Raptor could have value bet worse, so the call in the end's pretty standard.
3-7, yep.
He'll add nearly 45k to his stack.
Clever girl.
Daniel dips down to 150k. Over to the secondary feature table. Ronaldo has flopped bottom pair, and he's facing a bet from John Patgorski, who's got a flush draw.
So Ronaldo limped under the gun with ace deuce, huh?
Yeah, he gibbonsed. And now he calls Patgorski's bet. We're going to the turn.
He was a tricky soccer player, and he's a tricky poker player.
7 of diamonds. There is Patgorski's flush card.
Check.
Action goes check, check. Oh, Ronaldo's river trips. Patgorski bets 16,000.
15,000.
Don't see Ronaldo folding here.
Raise
No!
Raise.
Hey, it worked last time.
30.
Raise, make it 32,000.
Ronaldo again value raising the river with the worst hand.
Surely Patgorski isn't folding to him this time.
Call.
No.
Call.
I got a good hand.
Nice one.
Patgorski probably could have raised back and gotten a call, but yeah, risky.
Good, man.
Thanks, man. I feel like I just won the World Cup.
Yeah.
I did it.
It's a whole new ball game, eh, Ronaldo?
Can Ronaldo outlast another 10 players and make the money at the 2015 PCA?
Of all the rides in the water park, I think the lazy river is my favorite.
You know, I'm not really comfortable with the term lazy river. The river doesn't want to be lazy. The river wants to work. The river's a victim of the economy. The river's a victim of circumstance. I think we should help the river out. In fact, I think we should start a campaign to change the name of the lazy river. What do you think?
I think it's a ludicrous idea.
Oh, well, I guess I just wasted my time making this sign then.
We're only a few eliminations away from making the money at the PokerStars.com PCA main event. And our 2 Hall of Fame heroes have run into a little bubble trouble. Both Daniel Negreanu and Ronaldo have been hit by a cold deck and sunk below the tournament average. They'll need to turn the tide or take an early trip to the beach here in the Bahamas. 128 remain. The plan is to go hand for hand at 121. And it's not too late to start playing along at home, so make sure you've downloaded the app. Action at the feature table. It's been folded around to Pratish Badiga, who came 8th in EPT Berlin in Season 8. That's his best result on the tour to date. Well, he's raised it up here with ace-6 of diamonds.
7?
Yes.
Patience, my friend.
Corey Hockman calls on the button with 6-7 of clubs. And Daniel is in from the big blind with king-queen of diamonds.
Everybody with a pretty decent hand.
Badiga flops best. Top.
Total airball for Negreanu.
Oh, he leads. 12k.
That is peculiar. And Patricia's got the exact kind of hand Daniel's trying to get to fold.
He calls.
And Hockman's too.
He's got top pair with a worse kicker than Pratush.
Okay, no folds.
Yeah, still 3-way as we go to the turn.
Daniel's trying to dine out on his little cards rep. Unfortunately, everyone else plays the little cards too these days.
Well, this is interesting. Both Negreanu and Bodiga pick up flush draws.
Yeah, that's a pretty sick card.
Daniel slows down, he checks. Bodiga checks as well. Someone needs to tell him that construction of the Death Star is back on schedule. Hockman bets 21.5K.
Daniel's actually got enough equity now that he can call this bet.
He does call.
This is amazing. Everyone's hanging around to the bitter end like this pot is the last single girl at a party.
Pratush calls and we are still three-way as we go to the river. And that is a bad card for Daniel.
What was that card? Check.
He's rivered the second nut flush, but Pratush Bodiga has nut diamonds.
Daniel's on the business end of yet another cooler. And unfortunately, he is anxiously awaiting this bet.
70,000. Hockman's folding.
I thought you were going to fold 10s on the turn. Oh, you have 10s full?
Might as well.
This is a really hard decision. I'm going to need time. 70,000, huh?
That's half of Daniel's stack.
All right, let's watch Daniel do his thing where he puts Pratush on a better hand and then calls him.
Wow. Or do you have Ace-4 of diamonds?
That's pretty spooky.
Freakishly close.
It was the toughest decision I've had the whole tournament. Okay, give me a minute.
I think Pratush is almost never bluffing here, but he could be betting worse flushes or possibly a hand like Ace-3. I give Daniel a hard time for calling too much, but just like the last hand we saw, if he calls here, you can't really blame him.
He does call and loses a huge pot.
That is frustrating.
Take it. Damn. That's kind of an ugly river.
Uglier than Ugly Betty.
You're real sick if you were thinking about folding.
Swear to God. Yeah, I mean, it felt like you
I
had
guess
it.
it's pretty hard for me to have too many bluffs there.
No, that's the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell?
Daniel talking about folding is like Lex Luthor talking about going straight.
Fold it.
Well, we're now down to 123 players with the elimination of John Hennigan.
Wow, Johnny World. Out of here.
Juan Martin Pastor knocked him out, extending his chip lead. 643,000 now. Well, he's the big stack in the room. Let's take a look at the short stacks.
Or as I like to call it, the highway to the danger zone.
Just 4 players to lose until we make the money. You'll notice that our qualifier is in the danger zone.
She looks like she could legit be a Kenny Loggins fan.
Elizabeth Bennett Martin desperately wants to survive the bubble.
My name is Elizabeth Bennett Martin. I'm from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and I'm a lawyer. I started having poker kitchen parties where like 2 or 3 of my friends would get together and we would play online to try and qualify for the trip to Bahamas. I actually qualified on my 3rd weekend of trying. So I would play the 109 satellite to get into the 700 satellite. When I won, I was so excited. It's a big deal for me because making it to the money is the ultimate goal. I think players get really anxious and they want that double up and they start pushing with anything. So my strategy is to try and wait for a good pocket pair. Everybody wants to cash. So I said to myself coming into this, if I could just make it to the money, I would be happy.
A min cash from $109 would be quite the spin up. That's a profit of nearly 18 grand.
Well, across the room, there's another bust out. Sam Greenwood's been eliminated.
Well, that's my favorite Greenwood.
And that means we're down to 122 players. Oh, scratch that. Make it 121 players. Mikhail Rudoy has just been KO'd.
But that's my favorite Rudoy.
So we're 2 eliminations away from making the money. That means we need to pause the clock. We need to check that plays concluded at every other table. It's time to go hand for hand.
All right, attention players in the main event. We have 121 players remaining. With 119 will be in the money, we're gonna start playing hand for hand. So dealers, deal 1 hand, please.
Well, let's follow the action at the featured table. Blinds are up to 2,000, 4,000. And Daniel Negreanu is the short stack. He's playing fewer than 24 big blinds.
Need no drama.
Daniel's like a jukebox with only 6 songs in it.
Alex Vanovsky folds under the gun. Around to Corey Hockman in the cutoff. 9-6 off.
I kind of need this guy to go broke because I'm all out of Palpatine quotes. I'm going to have to start moving on to Robot Chicken.
He's raised to 8,000. Matthew Velocevic has 9s on the button.
And he once cracked Daniel's 9s.
Makes it 9? Oh,
Is that a min-raise?
I'll play, see what comes.
Tony Baggio decides who plays and who doesn't.
He's got King 10 in the big blind. And he's counting out a 3-bet. He re-raises to 23,000.
This is not game theory optimal, but you know where Tony Baggio says you can stick your GTO. What the heck is Hockman doing?
He's calling.
Okay.
As is Velocevic, by the looks of things.
Makes more sense.
Oh, brother. Why, oh, why, oh, why? What are you doing to me, my man? You're just nibbling away at me while you're nibbling that burger?
15,000.
You know who's not laughing? Tony Baggio. E-ring.
Daniel folds Queen Jack.
Good fold. Daniel's going to be dominated there a lot by someone.
So, 3-way to the flop.
Hopefully it's not the one that I had.
Oh no, Daniel would have flopped the nuts straight.
He would have flopped the whole chicken poodle. That is so annoying. Look at him.
Well, Tony Baggio has the best hand of the 3 players in this pot.
Going.
And he shoves with his 2-pair.
Tony Baggio, hey!
Hey, with Queen Jack. Straight. Scala.
Careful.
Okay. Okay.
Tony likes you. You can live.
Huh? My God. I know he's doing that with goofy cards too, but figured you guys had me maybe. I don't know. Jeez. Maybe a king or a 10 was coming.
Classic Baggio.
That was funny.
Careful.
Wow, Luca Vivaldi is checking that all hands are completed out in the field.
His hair's on the wrong half of his head.
All right, dealers in the main, deal 1 hand, please. Next hand.
Well, Shemian appears to be sitting out right now.
Is the balloon there at least?
Meanwhile, our qualifier, Elizabeth Bennett Martin, is down to only 14,000.
That's fewer than 4 big blinds. It's going to be a close one.
She's folded. Over to the secondary featured table.
Can't play with it.
Now, we've only seen one of Ronaldo's cards.
Raise.
But he's raising under the gun.
A little blind man's bluff.
Round to Bernardo Coelho.
Call.
Calling the raise with deuces.
The 3 big guys didn't play the pot, so I may have a chance. Holy.
I love this guy.
It's unbelievable. I had his hand.
Nice stalling, buddy.
With the ace king.
Can't call.
I dude, you won. What the? I don't understand it. Yeah.
Can't call, man.
Queen 5-4 on the flop. Coelho could be ahead.
Well, Ronaldo's gonna bet.
10,000.
Queen 10, 10, 10. Either way, it should be an easy fold for, yep, there it goes.
Ronaldo up to 141,500.
Essas duas mãos eu peguei par de ás e par de 10. Ninguém vem, cara. Tá todo mundo sujo.
My Portuguese is also a little rusty, but I think they're talking about the new Taylor Swift album.
Well, across the room, it looks like there's an all-in and a call.
Attention players in the main event, we have 3 all-in and calls.
3 all-ins. Ronaldo's walking over to check out the action. While the tournament staff have paused the clock, while they sort out those 3 tables, we'll take a quick break. We're on the bubble in the PokerStars.com PCA, and there are 3 tables with all-in players. Over to senior floor manager Luca Vivaldi.
Right, we're going to table number 8 first.
Tim Riley, one of the players involved. He's called Leonardo Emperador's all-in.
First the Emperor, now the Emperador.
Leonardo shows pocket sixes. Team shows ace, jack, ace of hearts, jack of clubs.
It's a race.
And we're gonna see a flop.
I like Tim, but I hate to see anyone bubble, especially in a race.
The flop is 4 of spades, 9 of hearts, queen of clubs.
The all-in player is ahead.
And a turn card. Turn is a deuce of clubs.
He has to fade an ace or a jack.
And the river card. River is a 5 of diamonds, and Leonardo, all-in player, will double up.
Hey!
That was a nice sweat.
Yeah. The extra
Still alive.
time just makes it.
I'm glad you're in.
And the bubble rolls on.
Well, Luca is making his way to the next table with Naoya Kahara and Jonathan Roy.
Our all-in player is Jonathan, and he holds 2 red queens, and Naoya has pocket aces.
I like Naoya, but I hate to see anyone bubble, especially on a cold deck.
Queen ball.
The flop is queen of spades, 5 of hearts, 8 of clubs. Once again, our all-in player holds pocket queens and needs top set.
Well played.
Will it hold?
And a turn card. Turn is a 6 of diamonds.
Jonathan has to fade 2 cards.
And the river card. The river is a 7 of hearts, and Jonathan will double up with a set of queens.
And the bubble rolls on.
Sorry.
So we've had 2 double ups. Let's check on the 3rd table.
We're on table 13. Our all-in player is Jason, and he holds pocket kings, king of spades, king of hearts. Livery holds ace, jack of spades.
Almost a flip.
And a turn card. The turn is a jack of clubs.
I like Liv, but I hate to see anyone bubble, especially having a big hand cracked.
She now has 13 outs.
The river card. The river is a 9.
Got one, bud.
And our all-in player Jason will double up.
Bubble rolls.
We still have 121 players remaining. Deal is in the main. Deal 1 hand, please. Next hand.
So we are still 2 away from the money. That means we'll continue to play hand for hand. And we're going to pick up the action at our secondary feature table. It's been folded to Diego Gomez, who's got 9 deuce off.
Okay.
Oh, this is a cheeky raise.
Interesting idea, but what do you do when the short stack shoves on you?
Julio Martini is a short stack. And he's got aces. He's all in. Ronaldo folds. Chef Esterling in the small blind also passes. Cassette gives up the big. Is Gomez considering calling?
If only he put this much thought into his fashion choices. Seriously though, there's no use stalling, buddy. It's hand for hand.
Yeah, he folds.
Let's see the bluff.
Huh?
Show the bluff. Show the bluff. Come on.
Show it.
Huh? Don't talk you. I'm not here for ITM, okay?
Aces.
Ah.
Well, action has concluded at every table except for one, where Conor Drynan is all in against Chance Cornuth.
Okay, show down, Jans, please. Conor shows ace-3 and he's our all-in player versus Chance, who shows poker queens, queen of clubs, queen of hearts. And we're gonna see a flop.
Connor went broke, aces versus aces at $1 million buy-in tournament. Yikes.
Flop is 10 of hearts, 10 of diamonds, 9 of clubs.
Queen's holding.
And a turn card. It's a 6 of spades.
Drynan has 3 outs.
The river card. River is a queen of spades. They give Chance a full house. Queens of tens, and we're gonna lose in a 121st place. Conor Drynan. We have 120 players remaining. 119 will get paid.
So we're on the pure bubble now.
Right, we're gonna carry on. We still hand for end. Dealers in the main, deal 1 hand, please.
Man, if stuff like that keeps happening to Connor Drynan, he's gonna end up in a Adele song.
Over to the main feature table, where Daniel Negreanu is still a short stack, playing 21 big blinds. Action's on Velocevic. He folds under the gun.
85.
Daniel raising here with Queen 10 of clubs.
No way Tony Baggio is gonna Tony Bubbalo. No way, no how.
Folded to William Aruda.
Aruda, Bahama, come on, pretty mama.
He calls with ace-jack. Corey Hockman in the big blind has 8-3.
Fold.
He calls.
If you're calling with 8-3 there, it means you're calling 100% of the time from the big blind, and that is a no-go.
A 9-9-4 flop. Aruda the Barracuda still ahead with ace-high.
I like that. I'm stealing that.
This is checked around to the turn, which is the 8 of diamonds. Hockman now with a pair.
Great, way to make me look like a jerk.
He bet 6,500. Well, Daniel Negreanu has a gut shot.
This is a small bet. He may figure his pair outs are live, which they are. And he can always pure float here and try to swipe this with a bet on the river.
He calls.
Also, he really likes calling.
Yeah, you've mentioned that once or twice. Aruda folds, heads up to the river. And D-Negs gets there.
That is pretty much his gin card, except for the fact that backdoor diamonds came in.
He bets 18,500.
You want to call? Blink twice if you want to call, and once if you don't want to call.
What does 17 blinks mean?
All right.
Wow.
Straight.
Hockman heroes with an 8.
Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, man.
If Daniel wasn't already winning, the Jack of Diamonds hits pretty much every hand he would have called the turn with. Not so in love with the call from Hockman.
Daniel now playing 132k. We're heading back out into the field. There are 2 all-ins. Edwin Sorensen is at risk against Maurice Hawkins. And we have Anna Kern from Germany racing against Ambrose Ing from Canada.
We're going first to table number 13. Our all-in player Arn shows Ace of Clubs, King of Spades. His opponent Ambrose has 10 of hearts, 10 of diamonds. We're gonna see a flop.
Kern needs to hit.
Flop is 3 of diamonds, 8 of hearts, king of hearts.
He does hit.
And a turn card. Turn is the 3 of hearts.
Gives us a sweat. 11 cards for Kern to fade.
And the river card. The river is a 10 of clubs.
Kern is eliminated and the bubble has burst.
It was a flip because all the chips went in pre-flop, but wow, does it suck when the 10 hits the river.
Our online qualifier has made the money.
Hooray!
And I'm big blind.
Now, we're heading over to the other all-in. Remember, there's still a chance for Kern to chop 119th place prize money.
Once again, on the same hand, we have another all-in and call on table number 12. Showdown, gentlemen, please.
Maurice Hawkins chose ace-8 offsuit. Edwin Sorensen has kings, and he's the all-in player.
He is the favorite. Pretty good shot he survives this.
And the flop.
We're gonna see the flop.
Who's thinking ace right now? Anybody thinking ace? Heart,
Flop is 5 of diamonds, 10 of hearts, 6 of hearts.
7 of heart for a sweat.
And a turn card. Turn card is
that's not as hard. That's not
two
as hard.
of spades.
Ace on the river is what we've been seeing.
The river card. River is an 8 of spade, and Edro will double up.
So Kern is the bubble boy.
Once again, we have lost Arn Kearney, 120th place. Congratulations, everybody at the PCA 2015 main event. Give yourself a big round of applause. You're all in the money. 119 players remaining.
Bravo. Yeah. Congratulations. Thank you, sir.
So that means Ronaldo has cashed.
Good. They did it. We survived.
So midway through day 3, Juan Martin Pastor is still the chip leader. Now, they may not be among the big stacks, but Daniel Negreanu, Ronaldo, and our qualifier, Elizabeth Bennett Martin, are all in the money at the 2015 PCA.
By the time of the bubble, I only had about 4 big blinds left, waiting for that last person to go out, and finally the bubble went, so pretty exciting.
Next time, Ronaldo kicks things up a notch.
What's that?
While Kid Poker gets blocked.
I have no idea what to do against him every damn hand.
And players go offside at the feature table.
Don't take anything personally.
That's personal. How about you just make your money and keep your mouth shut?
Joe, I'm not sure about this.
Whatever, dude. Let's just do this.
Okay, on your count. 3, 2, 1.